Hello and welcome to this week's video, which absolutely blew my mind. This little secret will transform your Mocs from a Bill Cosby to a Keanu Reeves. And if you didn't know, today I'll show you how this little box can change everything. And if you did know, well, then why didn't you tell me? I got this idea from Coconut Bricks, which is a good watch. He does a lot of Star Wars builds, but also a lot of Mocs and Mocs lessons. He's a good watch, and he's a good looking dude too, in case you're wondering why this is a faceless channel. It's shit like this. But seriously, it does not matter what you put on top of here, a seedling, a small flower, even a small bush, and it looks magnificent. Even a simple scene of Santa finding treasure looks cinematic. In case you're wondering how Santa can afford all those stupid presents every year, it's because during the off-season, he goes hunting for Nazi treasure. There's surprisingly still a lot of it out there. Armed with this new power, I built myself a money tree. Now, I infamously cannot make trees, or money for that sake. But I think I got away with this one. The base still looks a little bit busy, but I got 2 layers on it, and for some reason, gold egg. I would assume a money tree has gold eggs.
What do you mean, it lays gold eggs?
No, it grows eggs.
You mean fruit? Just say fruit.
Next thing I did was immediately take it too far, and I'm not talking about a galaxy far, far away, though we can talk about that if you want. No, I'll try to get too fancy too quick. What I mean is, I used 3 of these 2x2 headlights, you know what they're called. Stuck a couple of plates on them, and had myself a 4D diorama going on. I think it's good that I kept it simple. There's always that temptation for new builders like myself to get a little bit too fancy when there's absolutely no need for it. And okay, let's just quickly talk about the galaxy in the room. This is my first Millennium Falcon, and I love this. I'm so proud of it. I built this from a picture on Rebrickable from a guy called Lab29. And to me, the Millennium Falcon is the quintessential set. What I mean is, it's just the must-have of LEGO sets. But getting back to the build, about keeping it simple, like I tried to have these lines here to make the ship look like it's movement, but it just looks like, you know. Coming up next, I thought I have to go back to the basics, keep it simple. What can I make? A rock? I should be able to make a rock. I guess the jury's still out on that one, but if you add an egg, maybe a rocket, and a chicken man, it gets a lot more interesting. It's okay, there's an astronaut with a bagel coming to save him. Or is that a croissant?
That's a croissant. And that's a turkey man, you muppet.
Discovering this technique really gave me a aha moment. I don't want to say wake up call. Cause it is bleeding obvious when you think about it. But to me, it just changed the way I see it. Having these 4 sides forces you to capture, well, all 4 sides, funny enough. It's like making a sculpture, like Michelangelo, or Leonardo, or Donatello. And I feel like I should pre-warn you guys. I'm a little bit of an artist myself, I got the documents somewhere around here. They're pretty much useless in my drawers. And I don't mean my pants or trousers. Seriously, English speaking people, find one word for your thing. How difficult can it be? Anyway, what I did next was try to dig deep into my soul and try to find the very moment which I grew up in. Incidentally, it was also the very moment I discovered my irrational fear for quicksand. Watching movies in the 80s, I really did think quicksand would be a bigger problem in my adulthood than it has been. In my next build here, I tried to follow some of the advice to do one new thing in each build you make. But first, let me just set you the scene here. So we got a Victorian lady throwing a bag of cats into the river. Oh no! Hey, this was completely normal behavior up until like 60 years ago. But how about this? We got a samurai coming to save the kittens. I don't really see how this is better. Now she's gonna get cut. But whatever makes you happy. But getting back to the new technique I'm talking about here, what I did is I put some blue bricks on the side to represent the water. It gives it a lot more calm effect, I think. And they always say that any build with studs not on top, it just adds an extra level to your build. I'm not gonna say it, guys. Fine. Snot. You happy? I went a little bit crazy this week, and I've never built so much. Seriously, once you try this, you're hooked. It's so much fun. And it's not like you have to implement a new technique every time. Or make something grand. Sometimes just have fun with it. Make a fun little story, and you can... And I'm just realizing now, why are mine so freaking dark? What's going on here? What's gonna happen after they bury the treasure? Are they gonna shoot him? And how did that one tree grow on that little island? Not even if it makes no sense. Fucking art students. Speaking of art, I don't know my style yet, so I can't tell you where this is gonna go, but I can tell you my other creative ventures. I get very abstract and have a lot of life and death stuff. Not that I'm religious, but I do find it very interesting. If God is everything, saying you don't believe is like saying you don't believe in literally everything around you. But yeah, that's the kind of pretentious shit I try to warn you about that comes with that useless document in my cupboard. But also to tell you why I made a kind of stairway to heaven or a temple kind of thing. So I really like the roof, definitely a technique that's new to me and I want to try again. The mosaic is supposed to be a sunset. I think it's quite cool and also something I would like to try and do more of. Maybe when I'm done with my micro phase, I'll get into that. Thank you all so much for watching, and please help me out by pressing those like and subscribe buttons. It really helps. And as always, you have a lovely day, and I'll see you later. Cheers, bye.